What you're about to watch is another massacre, one that's becoming far too familiar across Africa. Churches burned, families displaced, believers hunted for their faith. In Sudan, 60 civilians, many of them Christians, were killed after airstrikes by the Rapid Support Forces struck an internally displaced persons camp and several churches in El Fasher. Some of those same churches that once offered refuge are now being used as military bases. For Sudan's Christians, there are no sanctuaries left. It's a horrifying pattern spreading across the continent. From Nigeria to Mozambique, from Congo to Cameroon, Christian communities are trapped between extremists, militias, and governments that fail to protect them. The silence is deafening. In Nigeria, attacks on Christian farming villages have become a routine. Night raids, burned churches, and families wiped out in the Middle Belt and Benue states. In Mozambique's Cabo Delgado province, Islamic State affiliates have beheaded worshippers and torched entire communities. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, 43 Christians were killed during a night vigil in Commander, an attack claimed by the Allied Democratic Forces, now aligned with the Islamic State Central African province. The West has only just begun to notice. American conservatives like Senator Ted Cruz and talk show hosts like Bill Maher have called it, quote, Christian genocide. Their words sparked headlines, but also questions. Is this sudden outrage about saving lives or saving face? Why now? And why only when the victims are Christians? Meanwhile, Africa's own institutions have stayed mostly quiet. The African Union condemns, ECOWAS debates, and SADC monitors. But the killing never stops. In Sudan, aid convoys can't reach survivors. In Nigeria, soldiers often arrive days after the funerals. Faith was once the heartbeat of resilience in African communities. Now it has become the reason some are hunted. When churches turn into battlegrounds and beliefs become a weapon, Africa faces a darker question. Is this still about religion, or is it about power and control disguised as holy war? The war in Sudan is only one chapter of a much wider story. If African leaders cannot protect believers, no matter their faith, the continent risks losing not only its peace, but its soul. Now I have a question to ask you. When faith becomes a target, what should African governments and believers do differently? This is Running African News, telling the stories others turn away from.